So I came up from North Carolina 2 months ago from a rural homesteading community to occupy Liberty Park, where I lived until we were raided and evicted. And my impression from conversations I've had with other occupiers is that there's room for greater awareness about the urgent need for reform of our food system. And I've heard a lot of beautiful, wonderful things here today from you all. I'd just like to ask anyone who feels moved to speak about what is the bottom line of your perspective on issues relating to the need for food system reform. What can I go back and tell people in, say, 15 seconds? What do they need to know about the food movement? Thank you.
When I started my company 11 years ago, it was about creating that alternative food system. And one of the, we've talked about the lack of competition in the marketplace. I get up every morning with a goal to increase income at the farm and ranch gate. Produce healthier food for people. It is way too hard. And when I see people out there saying, you can't fill this demand, everybody wants to know where their food comes from, and we encourage young people to get into the business only to go bankrupt. That's awful. We need it to work. And until we get a government that enforces antitrust laws and controls the predators in this marketplace, there is not any room for this new alternative food system. It can't survive without customers. And every time we come up with a new label from local to organic to natural to name it, and we sell that to the consumer as the next thing, that you can now know your food's coming from me, it's local. Hey, Walmart has got local. We've got to get the FTC to start enforcing some rules about lying to people. And honestly, it really does come down to, I think, it really does come down to the awareness that we honestly do need to know the person that produces our food. I mean, we need to go know them, which automatically regionalizes that food system. People ask us, well, do you sell in New York? Do you sell, you need a store in Texas? I says, no, I don't. I need to serve my community with food that's produced in this food growing region. We don't need to ship food all over the world. That's ridiculous. People around the world need to be able to feed themselves. They don't need Cargill to be a part of the equation. And so we do have to get to know our farmer. We've got to quit believing all the crap that Wall Street puts out there with their expensive marketing campaigns. I'll tell you one that's really bad. There's a new organization called the United States Farmers and Ranchers Alliance, USFRA, and it's industrial agriculture. Monsanto, ADM, Cargill, all of the biggest food corporations in the world are involved, as well as those organizations that they have captured, like the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, like the National Pork Growers or Producers. Hey, Kathy, you need to give it this. You know, these guys realize that all of you are starting to want to know where your food comes from, that you want to know that it comes from a family farmer. So you know what U.S. Farmers and Ranchers Alliance did? They took our nice family farm face and put it on their organization, and then trademarked the darn U.S. Farmers and Ranchers name. So now we aren't even going to be able to use farmers and ranchers? But this is industrial agriculture realizing the threat is real. They are losing the war on this food system. You all are figuring this out. And so you've got to buy local. You have to buy local. And don't let these big retail giants that really have a monopoly fake you out. Just don't go for it. Be very, very discerning and very suspicious about the food that you eat.